Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We're winding it down. Steve, how we doing, man?
Hello, Sean. How things going?
Going good. It's going good. We winding down, man. We only got two of these left. One after this one.
Yeah, yeah. Ran into you out at the fairgrounds the other day. Did you get around to many games this week?
Uh, I got to a couple. We'll talk about those. I got to see the Academy and Afrocentric, and then
Okay,
I saw both the Division One regional finals.
okay.
And so
Yeah,
man, it was some good action out there this weekend.
yeah. Busy week. I was out every day just about last week. So yeah, I was. It was a relief to get Sunday sleep in and get myself re-energized for this week. Long run back at Dayton this week. So
Absolutely. Then you're gonna spend all weekend in Dayton now.
that's right. That's right.
All right. Well, let's get right to it, man. We talked about briefly last weekend in the beginning the girls' Final Four. We had a few girls teams from the area representing Central Ohio in the Final Four. Tell us about how they fared.
Yeah, well, they didn't fare too well. We all of our teams got beat in the semifinals that we got there. They all got to the Final Four, and they all had tough games. We knew going in, they all had tough games. They were facing unbeaten teams, and Division One. I saw the Pickerington Central game. They played Kettering Fairmont, who was favored to win the championship, and Kettering did beat Pick Central, and then they did go on to win the championship as well.
You
Uh,
said that. You said they were a good team.
They were a very good team. They were very fun to watch. They were connected. Central just didn't have enough. They came out. They got behind right at the beginning. Never led. Came out in the second half. Decided to throw full court pressure at them. Hardcore full court action at them. They caught up, and they were really tired for the fourth quarter. I mean, they just didn't catch up quite
Uh,
enough. And I think the shots weren't falling. They shot like 23% in the field, and it just seemed like their legs and their arms were gone in the fourth quarter, and that was it. Fairmont got them, and great
yeah.
season for Hedge and his guys, and his girls. They had a pretty strong
hmm
squad. They're losing a couple girls to college, but they'll be strong again next year, I'm sure.
Man, he does a great job, man. And like you said, it's you spend so much energy trying to get back into the game and catching up, and once you're there, man, you you kind of spent. So
Right,
it's
right.
tough to get over that hump.
Yeah, we mentioned at the press conference. I think we said, "Yeah, you really had a lot of success when you pressed." He goes, "Yeah, but unfortunately, you can't press 32 minutes a game," and that was,
hmm
you knew you had to wait your chances, and when the other team's pressing too, and it was a yeah, it was a really good ball game, and Pick Central just didn't knock down enough shots, basically,
Gotcha,
to pull the thing out, and
gotcha.
the next night, went back to Dayton again, and I saw Big Walnut play. Big Walnut play their state semifinal game against. I just lost me there. Cincinnati State Mount Notre Dame,
I'm not
and
there.
they also came in undefeated. And that was another really good ball game, and it was very similar actually to the Pickerington game. They got behind, and they just never could catch up. Uh, they got within like four in the fourth quarter, and they they played a really interesting defense. Mount Notre Dame did. Everybody's guarded Sydney Mobley different. She's a phenomenal player for Big Walnut, the Miss
hmm
Basketball
Miss
choice, six
Basketball,
feet
I saw
two.
about that.
They
hmm
face guarded her everywhere she went. They didn't box. They didn't play a box and one or anything on her like most teams do, and they made it really difficult on the guards to get her the ball. They just completely pushed the guards out to almost
Right,
center mid court, and very
right.
interesting strategy, and it worked. Sydney was fantastic. She scored 23, 25, I think. She's something else. I don't know if you've seen her play before, but
I have not.
she she can use both hands. She can run the floor. She can shoot. I mean, she's the best player we've had around here in a long time. I'll tell you. She
All
goes
right.
back to Brittany Hunter as far as I'm concerned. She's the first
Woo!
Miss Basketball we've had since Brittany Hunter from Brookhaven way back in the day, and
So, oh,
she'll be
Sheldon
playing.
didn't win one.
No, she didn't actually. She didn't win
Okay.
Miss Basketball. Actually, she
Okay.
and Jordan Horston came out the same year, and I think they were both
In Georgia.
finalists. Yeah.
And neither. Oh, it's not a
Neither of them
couple.
won Miss Basketball. No, they were finalists. Both of them were, but they didn't win it. But between
Mm,
Jordan and JC and Sydney, I mean, they're all those are the three best players I've seen since
mhm.
Brittany Hunter, and obviously the two of them are in the WNBA, and I think Sydney's going to be there too. 6'2" with the skill
Absolutely.
set that she has. I mean, she's going
Right.
to be phenomenal. She can pretty much pick her college, uh,
Okay.
just like JC and Jordan did. So. It'll be
Right.
interesting to watch her play her next year because all their most of their best players are back again next year. So
Is that right?
they'll make another great run next year, I think. But that was
Okay.
yeah, that was another real interesting game at Vandalia Butler. I'd never seen a game there before. That was a really interesting gym. I don't know if you've been there before.
Now
Vandalia.
Vandalia. I don't know if it's the same gym that I was mentioning last week that I was one of the if it's the same one they built it in I think 87, 88, 88 maybe,
Okay.
and I was a we scrimmaged them that preseason. We were one of the first games over there.
Okay. Very
Hmm.
interesting place to have the game. It was really tight and
I
it was
didn't
noisy,
understand that.
really noisy. But
I
it
didn't
was
understand that.
yeah, but it yeah, though they had to keep all the games within within the Dayton areas. That's what they're trying to do with the Final Four. So it was between there and Wright State and and UD to have all the games, and that's just what they chose that site to be for the semifinal. I know the some of the fans sitting behind us weren't too happy. Cleveland brought down they brought down a huge crowd for the for their game with North Royalton. Was it North Royalton? Uh, but it was it was a really
Right.
fun atmosphere. It was really tight there, and they did a nice job there, I thought. But
Gotcha.
yeah, so the girls we didn't get any titles. Harvest Prep got beat, Circleville got beat, and our Big Walnut and Pick Central got beat. So
Okay.
no champions for
Mhm.
Central Ohio this year for the girls.
All right. Well, congratulations on a great season. Those who made it to the Final Four, because you're talking about the top four in your division throughout the state. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
we had several really good teams this year too. So it was. I
Right.
think they got really tough matchups. I think both of our Division One and Two teams, especially, they got put
Hmm.
up against undefeated teams, and I think that really they could have well gotten to the championship game, but that's just the way the bracket rolled. So
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna have to play tough teams sometime, man. So it is what it is.
of course,
All right, let's get to the regionals, man. Let's start in Division 7, where we had who we have representing us in Division 7.
Shekinah Christian.
Shekinah Christian, absolutely.
I never got
Oh
to
my,
see them,
here
but
we go.
they obviously didn't make it through the
Yeah,
finals, but they had a heck
yeah,
of a season. I think they were 25-2, 25-1, but they didn't get
yeah.
through. And
Right.
yeah, Division 6, Grandview got won their district championship, and then they got to the regional, and Berlin Highland took them out pretty easily too.
Berlin Highland, and that's what you said. That's a big name, and once they get this far, they're usually a really good team,
Yeah,
solid.
very disciplined,
Hmm.
and I mean basketball is what they do up there, and that's they're be interesting to
Right.
watch them at the state finals. They're always a fun team to watch. Division
Right
five, we
now,
had we yeah Division 5 we had Afrocentric
mhm,
and Columbus Academy
Columbus
play a really
Academy.
big game, and I didn't get to see that. You did, so you tell me about it. I heard that was a great game.
Oh man, that was a great game. You thought Afrocentric, because I felt like Afrocentric was gonna pull away sometime. They'll go up by 8, and I believe they were up by 6 or 8 and a half. Yeah, 24-16 and a half. And Jason Singleton himself went on a 7-0 run to start the third quarter, and it was nip and tuck from there. But Afrocentric might get up 3 or 4. Like, okay, okay, but they just could not get away from him. And really, Jason Singleton went to the line with two for two late in the game and missed both of them. They had a chance to win it in regulation, but um, Jason Singleton took over the second half. I think
So
he
then,
had 24 in the second half, 23 or something in the second half.
wow,
I
yeah, I
believe.
heard he had a great game.
Oh yeah.
And then
Oh yeah.
Academy got to the final, and the final was delayed because the power went out at Ohio Dominican, and they didn't finish off till Sunday. And they played, they played a really tough team in I'm forgetting who it was. Who
Margaretta.
was it? Margaretta,
Margaretta.
Castile Margaretta. Yeah, they and
Mhm.
I heard that was a really good game too. I didn't get to watch it,
Absolutely.
but I heard it was a great game, and Singleton
Yeah.
was
Double OT.
again. Yeah, he's fantastic, isn't he?
Oh,
Very deserving of
absolutely.
Mr. Basketball nomination, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Definitely. I mean, because I'm not a historian of Columbus basketball, and definitely not Columbus Academy. But have they gone back to to the Final Four, or have they been to the Final Four? I don't know.
Well, they were in the final. Yeah, well, last year they were back in the day, back in the '80s, late '80s. They had a juggernaut that won the state, I believe, with Jack
Gotcha.
McMullen was the coach, and they were really good for several years back in the '80s. They've always been pretty good in basketball, but yeah, that's
Gotcha.
fine team, and that they beat a very good Castalia Margarita team, and to beat them and Afrocentric back to back were two pretty strong wins for them. So congratulations
Yes,
to
sir.
them. I really like their coach, really good guy, and like I
Yeah.
said, I thought I've only gotten to see Singleton play once this year. I went on a random night when I had the night off and went and watched him, and yeah, I think I mean, he was the
He's
only
special.
Mr. Basketball nomination we had out of Central Ohio this year, and I think he was
Yeah, as he
very
should be.
deserving of it. We don't have a quote superstar in any of the other divisions, and I thought he was very deserving of
Right.
uh,
Oh,
being nominated.
absolutely.
We don't know who's going to win
Absolutely.
yet, but he did make he's a finalist, so that's quite an
Right.
honor in itself.
Now they got
Harvard's getting
West
a great one.
Muskingum.
I mean, he's going to be an impact player at Harvard, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Because he could have gone Power Four.
He could have, yeah.
Just like Seth. Yeah.
He
So
followed
those
Seth.
guys
Yeah, he
could have
followed
gone
the Seth
Power Four.
Towns. Yeah, he followed the
Mm-hmm.
Seth Towns model there, which
Hmm.
was worked out well for him. So, be
Absolutely.
very interesting to watch what he does in college. I think he'll have that program up at the top of the Ivy League, and he'll get a great
Mm-hmm.
education on top of it. So,
On top of it, yeah. Now, Columbus Academy will play West Muskingum Friday, 10:45 at UD. Guess that's the first game
yes,
of the
they
day
will.
there.
That's the early morning game on Friday, and according to Max Preps, from whatever that's worth. Power ratings, which I shouldn't say from what that's worth. It's their power ratings based on the strength of schedule and everything. Academy's
Hmm.
ranked fourth, and West Muskingum's ranked 10th. So they got a pretty good draw on that side. I think West Muskingum was a little bit of a surprise winner of that region they were in. They came out of the region
Right.
that region that they were in, and then the opposite bracket, the other semifinal is going to be
Oh yeah.
Cincinnati Summit Country Day, who's 16-9, and they're playing Lutheran
Hmm.
East, and we all know Lutheran East is the heavy favorite to win again. They're the three-time defending champion, and they're the ones who knocked Academy out last year. So in the
Yeah.
so we'll
Yeah.
see. That championship game would be Saturday at 1 o'clock at UD if Academy can advance that
Absolutely.
far, take the next step.
It will be very interesting if that does happen for a repeat of the finals last year. That will be very interesting.
Right.
All right, Division Four. We had a
Well,
couple teams. We had
yeah, we
Jonathan
did.
Alder and River Valley.
Yeah, both of them went down to good teams. I was expecting Jonathan Alder to win their regional final, and they got beat by Sandusky Perkins, who's a real
That's
fine
yeah.
team, 25-2, and I know that River Valley went down. They lost to, you got your bracket in
Dayton
front of me.
Northridge.
Oh yeah, Dayton
Northridge.
Northridge made a big
Yeah.
comeback and came back and won that, and
Yeah.
so.
Lost in yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
Jonathan Alder looked like they must have had a really cold game. They didn't score many points that day. Either that or
right.
Sandusky Perkins has got a heck of a defense. Uh,
Right. Yeah,
so
so that
yeah,
was Jonathan Alder did make it to the finals. They
they
did
did.
beat Van Wert in the first game. Beat them
Yep,
pretty
heck of
good.
a season for them. They're a really well coached team, and they've
Yeah.
been really consistent Division 4 squad here the last 2 years. They've got a great
Right.
program going on there. Derek Dickey's the head coach, and he learned under the Brett Norris at Bradley. He was an
Mm.
assistant for them quite a few years, so he's taken that
Gotcha.
program to the next level out there at Alder. So congratulations to him on another
Absolutely.
great year.
Right, right, right. Okay, now Division 3. We thought we were going to have an all Central District final, but uh
Didn't
Hartley
happen.
got Hartley in the rematch with Steubenville was in what last year they beat them pretty good, huh?
They
Beat
did.
Steubenville pretty good, and Steubenville got revenge.
They did, and then Steubenville came back and played Watterson in the final and beat Watterson as well. So yeah, it was actually it was the reverse of what happened in football. Actually, Watterson beat Steubenville in the regional final in football to get to the state championship game. So
Oh, is that right? Okay.
yeah, that was a rematch. But yeah, Watterson sounded like a great game from everything I could tell. From
Right.
what I was following on Twitter, I didn't get to go, but sounded like Steubenville hit a late shot or something that won the game for him. Sounded like a pretty
Okay.
close game. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I,
that's
I
a
mean,
stacked. That's a stacked field in Division 3. There's some good teams there.
absolutely, absolutely. Trotwood is my hometown. Basically, Trotwood's a little suburb, but that suburb is right around the corner from where I grew up. So I might try to make it down there to if they make it to the finals, I might be down there to check them out at 7:30 on Friday.
There you go. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
So
no surprise in Division 2. We favored Westerville North. I mean, they've been the favorites since the beginning of the season to get back and repeat, and they took care of business. They had a tough regional final though. New Albany gave them all they
hey,
wanted. Not that you would
tell
be
me about that,
surprised.
man, because I saw the score, but I was surprised by, like you said, it was under 10 points. So I know the games get tougher, and but
Yeah,
what
Tim
you see in
Casey.
that game?
You know how the way Tim Casey plays, the former Upper Arlington coach. I mean, he likes
Mm-hmm.
to focus on defense, and
Mm-hmm.
he gives everybody his best shot. I mean, Westerville North just had too much firepower. I don't think they were on the top of their game, and a lot of that probably had
Right.
to do with New Albany as well. But Elijah McCree took over the game, their star player, and he
Mm-hmm.
scored 25, I think. And yeah, they had enough to win that game, and I think they're going to be really tough in the state again. It is a strong field. We have
Yeah.
four of the top six ranked teams in that field, so it's going to be interesting.
Right.
They're going to get a test. It won't be easy, but I really like
Right.
Westerville North. They've got a good team, and it's funny that one of my colleagues covered the game for me because I was doing the second game, and he
Mm-hmm.
wrote about Elijah McCree was only a role player on last year's team, and he evolved to become the star of the team and the district player of the year, and obviously first team All
Absolutely.
Ohioan. And he was just a role player last year on that team, and they
Right.
graduated two All State players, and he stepped
Mm-hmm.
up into a role. Tony Cornett stepped up into a bigger role, and those guys just continued to take off, which is says a lot to lose two All State players and be even better the next year. So that's
Absolutely.
yeah. So
You know what? One of the mainstays though is who a guy I really like is Tyson Perkins. Man, he runs the point, and he
he
was a
does.
starting point guard last year, and he's the starting point guard this year, and he's just so steady, man, and he plays so hard. And but Westerville North Saturday at 11 a.m. This one's at Wright State. They face North Royalton.
Yes, North Royalton. Yeah, they won theirs. North Royalton's 22-5, and the rest of the bracket in D2, Lima Senior, number 3 ranked, 22-4 against number 2 ranked Massillon in Washington, who's never been a basketball school before. They've always been a football school, and they're
Really?
25-1. So that's a real high-powered.
Ooh,
High-powered bracket there in D2. That's going to be a really
that's
good
gonna be
bracket to
fun.
watch there. Lima Senior's
That's
got
gonna
two
be fun.
brothers that are really good. They're not twins. One's a senior, and I
What was
think
that?
one's a junior. Uh,
Yeah, I believe they're cousins, Sean and
Cousins.
Willie
Oh,
Foster.
are they cousins? Okay, all
I
right.
believe so.
They
Yeah,
look like they're
yeah. Oh,
both
yeah,
very equally talented, from what I can see. One's a sophomore,
oh,
I think, and
yeah.
one's
No,
a senior.
yeah. The junior, he didn't play when they played the first time at Lima.
Okay.
So that he's a difference maker, but that Division 2, I'm thinking about going down there on Saturday morning and just sitting down there and checking it out, man. That will be fun to watch. Both of those games should be really good.
Oh yeah, just spend the whole weekend
Okay.
there. I give you permission. Just take the time off from school. Spend the whole weekend there.
No, I might do that anyway. Yeah, I might do that anyway. Yeah, because I want to get down there Friday, so we'll see. But let's get to the big boys and the surprise of the tournament,
It
Division One.
was. It was. Pick Central knocked off Lakota West in the late game, and I think everybody had taken for granted that Lakota West was going to win that region, that lower region. There were two regions at the fairgrounds, and
Right.
they got paired up with two of Columbus's supposedly not better teams in Olentangy
Right.
Berlin and Pick Central, and they had a tough fight with Berlin. They didn't play particularly well against them. I guess it was a fairly
Mm-hmm.
close game most of the way through, and then they got on to play Pick Central, and Pick Central seems to have caught fire just the right time. Uh,
Man.
they're 18-8, but they played a really tough schedule. They've lost. They were ready for this. They played. They've lost twice to Reynoldsburg, twice to Newark. They're third in their league, but they played
Mm-hmm.
everybody. So and they
Yeah.
look like they're really clicking right now, and they're really thriving on that underdog mentality that that nobody gave us a chance, and here we are. So
Yeah.
anything can happen. They were hitting their jump shots the other day. They looked like the better coach team the other day. I'm not saying anything on negative
Mm-hmm.
about the coach over at Lakota West, but Eric really
Right.
got his guys playing the other night. Coach Kruger did.
Like I used to always say, the tougher team is always going to win, and they just out toughed them. They were more physical. They were the first ones to the loose balls. They were getting the tough rebounds. They just wanted it more, and that's basically what it came down to. The talent. Dakota West might have a couple guys who are really elite, but pick Central from 1 to 12. Whoever stepped on that floor, they were fighting. They were
Right.
fighting, and that's all it was, man. And I was really surprised and really pleased to see that, man. They were not intimidated. They didn't back down. They took the fight to them, and Lakota West backed down, and
They
that, and,
did.
and that was just some great tough basketball, and the Snyder kid made tough shots, and was letting them know about it. And Albie Moore, the point guard, I've seen him a couple times, and he was very aggressive going to the cup. I Like you said, they found something,
They
and
did.
they found it at the right time.
Well, we that's actually the first time I had seen them this year, and it took me to the end of the game to figure out who everybody was because all their numbers were all wrong in the program, and we had to go over to the scorebook to figure out who they all were. There were about 8 guys with different numbers, and I had to go
Right.
over to interview people after the game, and I go, "Who am I interviewing? Where am I finding Avon Snyder here? He was wrong in the program." So yeah, congrats to them. I mean.
Absolutely.
Coach Eric over there,
Yeah,
he's done a good job. I mean, he doesn't
he's a
get as
good
much
guy.
credit as maybe he should because he's had a lot of
Right.
talent, a lot of
Right.
D1 talent that goes through there. But it takes it takes a different kind of coach to be able to let kids to bring out the talent in them. And not everybody. There's
Hmm.
basketball. There's different ways to skin a cat, and you aren't going to go out there. I mean, and play. Hilliard Bradley and Newark are going to play their way because that's the way they've always played, and that's how their talent is built. But sometimes you get a team like Pick Central that's very athletic. You're going to loosen the reins on them a little bit and just let them play, and that's what they do. They
Right.
feel really comfortable, and they like Eric. So
Hmm. Hmm.
they're a team of destiny right now. It looks like.
Okay. Are they a team of destiny, or is Bradley? Because Bradley's they've been playing like every time I see them play, they play the same way. They play hard. They play tough. They know their assignments. They are, I mean, very disciplined. This is going to be a tough one, both ways. Both of them are really playing physical, really playing tough, and really playing hungry. So this
Yeah,
will this will be
absolutely.
a really good game, man. At 7:30, the last game of the night on Saturday at Wright State. Hilliard Bradley and Pick Central. Who you got?
And the winner will play at 3:15 on Sunday, so that'll be the very last day of the whole tournament. So yeah,
Absolutely.
it's yeah, I agree with you about Bradley. They played with so much tenacity the other day. I don't know, one of my friends who came up to me, he goes, "They play like mad dogs, and they just play like mad dogs. They're not tall.
Mhm.
They play
Mhm.
really hard. Every one of them's playing defense, and I think they've
Absolutely.
got the two just fantastic guards that can both play point or the shooting
Oh,
guard. Uh, Norris's
oh,
son, the latest one, Kipton, he had the best game I'd ever seen him play the other night.
man.
He can use both
I,
hands. Sometimes you can't tell whether he's left-handed or right-handed. He puts them up with both
man.
hands. He can shoot. He can drive. I mean, there was just there was a thing with confidence the other day. You could see it right when the game started that those guys looked like they were the confident team. Newark would get a
Hmm.
shot from 15 feet. They'd look at it and they wouldn't shoot it. They just looked like they were
Hmm.
a little bit complacent and just unsure of
Right.
themselves. And
Right.
I think that really took its toll there at the beginning of the game. And when Bradley gets out to a lead, they're hard to beat because they can
Yeah. Hard to
control the
beat.
ball,
They
and their
defend.
defense, is going to not give up
They
more than 40
defend.
points usually.
Absolutely. And you know what? I remember one real quickly. One instance in the game. First half. I think Kipton got it on the wing, and he could have and should have shot it. And I looked at his dad. His dad was fussing because he should have shot it, and so Kipton shot it, bang. And then the next possession down, hit a deep three again, bang. And I think pushed it up to like 6 or 8 points, and whew, that was
Yeah.
it, man. Cause now Kipton is rolling, and like you said, man, I told my son early in the season, I said, man, he is good. He saw him one time, and says he's all right, Dad. Then he saw him Saturday. He said, no, he's real good. I said, man, I told you he can.
Well,
Whatever you want to do on the court, he can do it.
Well, there have been some games where Mergen has been the better guard too. Mergen's really good too, and
Oh,
he can
Bergen's good.
sometimes shoot from the 3-pointer range a little bit better than Kipton can. But Kipton can really slash. He can really get to the basket, and he, like I said, he uses both hands. It took me a while to figure out whether he was right-handed or left-handed. With
Mm-hmm.
earlier in the season when I saw him, because he's so ambidextrous, and both of them were playing great defense too. I mean, that's the thing. They're not only great offensive players, but they're on defense. The Newark Ty Gilbert, who was averaging like 16 a game, he didn't make a field goal till late in the game, and Kip Norris was guarding him most of the way. So yeah,
Yeah,
fantastic effort by those guys, and it's
absolutely. I was
funny.
really
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, I was saying I was really happy for Norris, man. Had some good teams, and just it's different to make it to that Final Four, man. You get to kind of can breathe a little easier. Now you can focus on winning the championship, but you want to make at least one.
Well, a couple little sidelights about Bradley, and I learned this. What Gary Walters told me this. The old Newark coach. He said that, well, Quackenbush and Norris are really close friends. The coaches are, and
Okay.
they scrimmaged. They played each other in the first scrimmage of the year, and it was
Hmm.
supposedly a one possession game, and then they had a regular season game, and Norris made a putback that won that game by 1 point. And
Hmm.
apparently, after the game, they said, "Well, see you at the regional final." And that's exactly how it came down. It did get to the regional final, and I
That's
doing my
cool.
post game interviews the other night. They pointed out that they were winning this game for the other teams that made the regional final and didn't get to the final four, especially the
Right.
2020 team that didn't get to go because the season was halted by COVID, because they already had a
Right.
slot in that
Okay.
regional final. They had already won their semifinal in 2020,
That's
and the
right. They
season
beat
got
Walnut
called.
Ridge,
The
I
season
believe.
got called. They beat
Hmm.
Walnut Ridge and
Hmm.
then didn't get to
Hmm.
play it. I guess they had the team picture up in the locker room from that 2020 team, and the
Mm.
coach said he had them on a speakerphone, a lot of them before the game, and they were talking. So it
Gotcha.
was kind of a pretty cool story.
Gotcha. All right. Well, man, this will be a great weekend, Steve, and I can't wait. Like I said, I'm gonna be down there. Hopefully, probably all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Well, the rest of that D1 field is Cincinnati Princeton at number 2 against Lakewood St. Ed, number 4. That's another fantastic semifinal. I think the winner of our local team will get that one, and that'll be another, yeah, that'll be another great game. So yeah,
Yeah.
there's great teams all through this Final Four. I mean, I really liked last year in Division 4. I loved watching this Gator Nichols kid play from Zanesville, Maysville. He's just a oh man, he's just an absolutely
Woo.
phenomenal offensive player, and we'll get to see
Man,
him
they
play.
beating some good teams, man.
They have. They beat Lutheran East also
Yeah.
earlier this year. So yeah,
Yeah, they
so
beating some good teams, man.
they're going to be fun to watch. There's an awful lot of good teams in this Final Four. I think it's going to be a great tournament. Another player I'm really looking forward to seeing in the small school division is Delphus St. John's. They've got this guy named Cam Elwers who was the also a finalist for Mr. Basketball, and he is incredible shooter. In fact, he
Okay.
just passed LeBron on the all-time scoring list in state history.
Oh,
He's
is
up
that
to
right?
like number 4 now, and that's saying something. I mean, this kid
Yeah.
shoots he shoots like 60% from the field. He shoots a lot of threes, and he shoots like 94% at the line. I mean, he broke the three-point shooting record for the state of Ohio too, from what I understand. One of the
Is that
Diebler
right?
brothers had it. Yeah, and this guy, they're 27-0, and they're playing. So it'll be interesting to see
Okay.
him. I want to see him play. But I've heard nothing
Well,
but
yeah,
great things about this guy. Yeah,
you're gonna have to
Cam
let us know
Elwers.
about these guys next week.
Uh, all right, sounds good.
All right, man. Now you're gonna have to. Man, now you're gonna have me get in a hotel room for real, man. I can't do that.
Well, either that or you can watch them on television. I'm sure they're all going to be on Spectrum, or at least all the championship games will be. So
Mm.
if you got the right
Okay.
cable TV, if you're connected, I guess you can watch on TV. But either
Yeah, I
that,
don't think
you
I'm
know,
connected. I don't have Spectrum.
take a take a sick day or two at work and at school. I just hope your principal
They won't mind.
isn't watching this podcast. He won't know what's going on, right?
No, they don't know. It won't matter, no man. They don't care. It don't matter.
Okay,
It don't matter.
We'll leave that like it is then.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Well, Steve, you have a great week and a great weekend, and we will be back. I will see you back here next week for the final podcast of the season.
All right, come visit me down on the press row if you want. All right.
Oh, absolutely. I sure will. Ladies and gentlemen, another one in the books. We only got one more left, man, because it's only one more weekend left. This is the state finals time, man. Exciting time, man. So get to the day near you. UD, Wright State, both of them gonna have great games, man. Definitely Saturday, Sunday. All right, but I check out the schedule. We'll put it up there for you. See you next week, man. And as always, be safe out there. Take care of yourself. One love, baby.